Welcome to Dealing with Dementia, Caregiver's Guide. Um, I am a caregiver to my mom who has paranoid delusional dementia, and just some of the problems that I touch base with. I haven't done a video in a little while. So after just going through the ups and downs, roller coaster wise, about being a caregiver, just trying to help other people out there. First part of this video is when non-caregivers are clueless to the real problems that a caregiver faces inside the house. Because, for instance, my ex-wife, she's a friend to my mom, and I don't want to ruin that. But she's clueless of what really goes on because nobody else is here at those every little moment and sees what goes on but the caregiver, because you're here, you're living it, you're facing it day in, day out, every second. You can't get away from it. And depending on the type of person you are, you're just trying to help. So anyways, my mom uses a walker, and she has this big tote bag, that's canvas tote bag that she wants to, it's part of the delusional paranoia. Everything's kept in the bag, and it must weigh like 40 pounds. So she treks it up and down the stairs, back and forth. So what does my ex-wife do? She goes ahead and buys her a second bigger tote bag. Now, of course, my mother will lie to her and say, oh yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and switch from one smaller bag to the bigger bag because I need more room to keep all my stuff in. Anyways, secrets, everything. So anyways, I told my ex-wife this is the reason why I did not buy her a second bag, because I already know what's going to happen, and it already has happened. So a few days later, maybe a week, I caught my mother. Now she's, instead of bringing one tote bag up and down the stairs, she's bringing two tote bags up and down the stairs. And I emailed my ex and said, hey, I told you, you shouldn't have bought that second tote bag, because now she's doing both. Of course, she made excuses, and it's part of the person who doesn't live and see the problem as a caregiver. If they don't want to see it, they're clueless. I even told her this. And they come up with every single excuse, problems, this and that, because they don't live here. They believe the lies that are told about the caregiver, because they don't understand about, if you read about what it's like to be a caregiver, you become enemy number one. And the lies that are told about you are incredible. And there are some very stupid people out there that believe it because they don't see the people but maybe once a year. Vec, and my ex-wife, which comes down quite often, but I don't know. I told her she was clueless, because if you can't see the forest through the trees, there's nothing I can do for you. But anyways, so what's going to happen now is, the way she is, she's a pack rat, a little bit of a hoarder. If I wasn't here, the place would be a shambles. So little by little, I predict both tote bags will be full. And I hope it doesn't hurt her, but I think that might just be the thing that takes her out, because she's just pig-headed and stubborn, my mother, and she's going to continue to drag those two big tote bags up and down the stairs morning and night. And I just feel something bad's going to happen, and nobody's listening. And I was told from the elder care that I'll tell you about that in a second too. they're not really in my favorite list anymore. Um, I just feel I was told by them. Sometimes you got to let things happen, you know. And I understand that you just can't help everybody. So, anyways, we'll see what happens with that. I'll keep you updated. Anyways, back to the caregiver, um, elder care help. Well, ever since my mother hired, then fired the cleaner, and hired her back, and fired her again, and I think we went 2 or 3 times with that, and it was just, I feel bad for the poor girl. I liked her. She did a fine job. She was company for my mother. But then my mother, of course, got suspicious of her because I'd let her out and we'd talk. Oh, she didn't like that. Back to the paranoia. So, anyways, the elder care, I don't know if they just ran out of ideas, but here I am. As my job gets harder and harder, I look towards them, and I hope it's not in your town, but I live in Ashburnham, Massachusetts, and the elder cares that are around here are useless. Did you hear me? They're useless. They don't call you back. Some of them just kind of blow smoke at you and tell you, give you a pat in the back and tell you, yeah, we'll try and figure this out. We'll do whatever we got to do. We're here for you. And then they disappear, and then when you have a problem, you call them, leave a message after message after message, and nobody gets back to you. So I'm not too happy with elder care. They're just, sorry, but I think they're useless. The cleaner who came here from them was better help than the actual ladies from the elder care. I'm not going to name names because they don't deserve it. But they are absolutely no help at all. So being a caregiver, you really are, unless you have family help, which I don't. I have a sister, but granted she has her own problems, and I'm out here on the island by myself with just helping my mother. So it's very, very hard. And I have a couple of close friends that they're not going through it, but he's someone you can talk to. So anyways, try and get as much help as possible. And it's very easy for a lot of people to just say, go to meetings, talk to people. When you work, I leave my mother alone for 12 hours a day. I have an hour and a half to 2 hour drive each way. And sometimes it's not possible. And if you look at the other videos, there are just other problems that it's very, very hard, and you do what you got to do, and that's it. And the rest, you just throw your hands up and hope for the best. So anybody who has any questions about it, being a caregiver, I'll give you an earload anytime you want it. I'll answer any questions, leave a comment. And I just thought it was important to put this out here. And it's just and being a caregiver is something that you don't even ask for. It just happens. And whether you're a jerk or not, you either walk out on your old parents or you stay there and take care of them. And, like they said, elder care told me once, or many times I should say, there's a lull between getting a symptom and getting help. You're in that lull of nothing can be done, I was told. And basically, I was told you have to wait till she tries to kill you or do harm to herself or burns down the house or something. Harm to herself or harm to other people, then they can do something. So I'm in that lull right now. And it's frustrating as hell. And the viciousness of the dementia kind of goes up and down. Right now, last month or so, it's been calm, but now she's in a distant, maybe a reaction. She doesn't talk to me that much, and we just It's like two ships on the sea. You don't see each other much. You do your niceties. It's like being roommates. She goes and hides in her room on the computer, and I hear her talking to her friends and all kinds of things. But anyways, more videos coming as more episodes arise in real life being a caregiver. I'm just out here to try and help someone else that you don't choose to do this, but if there's information out there that I can share with somebody about what I'm going through, that one little bit of information is gold. And, there's other people who are going to hurt you and try to hurt you because they don't understand, they don't live with the situation, so they don't understand. They just see one part, or they just talk to the woman who has dementia every day, and they hear all the problems, but they never actually live it. And that is where the key is. If you live it, you'll get it. Trust me. And I've asked plenty of these people who don't believe me. I say, take her for a weekend. Go live with her. Even come here. I've even said to elder care, anytime anybody wants to come and stay for a weekend, just one weekend in my house, and you'll get what is really going on. And of course they all say, oh, we know. I know. It's one thing to do it for a job, and I guess a lot of them have been through it, but it's another thing to live it morning, noon, and night. So anyways, that was my rant for today. I guess I'm in that lull of I'm on my own. That's what I've been told. So every time I come home, make sure everybody's alive and make sure the house hasn't been burnt down. Because even though you complain, you leave as many messages as possible at elder care, nobody calls you back anymore. So yeah, I really think I'm on my own this time. And maybe if they see this video, I might get a call, but a little too late. All right? Am I bitter? Yeah. Because I should be getting more help from the state and all these other people who say they're going to help. And they're really doing nothing but patting you on the back. All right. Sorry to be upset, but it's a very mentally challenging thing that a caregiver goes through. And then all the other life problems on top of it. So I hope I've helped somebody, steer them in the right direction. I want my problems to help somebody out there. That's why I'm going to keep on doing videos. Have a good day. And this has been Dealing with Dementia, and I'm Phil.